Hey, how are you? So, yesterday, the Ethan Klein and Steven Crowder debate happened. I didn't think it was actually going to happen. I thought for sure, because the whole Frenemies fallout was happening, so I figured Ethan was just going to ignore Crowder. But no, apparently they did the thing, and he brought on Sam Seder. So that was funny. I was at work when it dropped, so I didn't see it till later on at night. When I did, I'd say it was worth it. It was kind of funny.
In debating,
Gotta admit though, it did turn to like a shit show right away. Let's see. Let's just go over it a little bit.
All right. So
Dan,
what we were going to talk
ready.
about is what we were going to and
So in the whole response videos of theirs, Crowder came with all this. He came with all this fire and brimstone, and it was coming hard for Ethan. And as soon as they get on the interview, he's all like, "Oh, okay. So today we're gonna be talking about."
we've had
Come
a
on,
lot of debates on this show, which is different from a Change My Mind, where we sit down and have conversations. But my old Brazilian jiu-jitsu coach always said, if you come switch, we go switch. You go spicy, we're going to do a little spicy. So we always try and keep it as respectful as possible. And I really do appreciate the guy making the time, because a lot of people has a huge YouTube channel, several YouTube channels, one of the OGs. A lot of people watch him.
Now he's all complimenting him and think a lot of people watch him. Way different than what he said last time.
know him. Some of you like him. Some of you don't. Same can be said for me. Ethan Klein from H3H3. Ethan, thanks, man, for making the time.
you're very welcome. And I just want to say, I know you called me, you said that I would be a layup.
I think I used something like that.
And I think you're right, because I don't think I'm a very good debater. I think you know that. So I didn't want to make it too easy for you.
Oh, okay.
So I've prepared.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So
Dan,
what we were going
whenever
to
you're
talk about is the initial quote that happened. I think he's looking off there. The initial quote that kind of was turned into a little bit of a meme, which wasn't intentional, and was you saying you don't even
Yeah, this all started because of Joe Rogan, dude. Keep that in mind.
have to think about it regarding the CDC. And I disagree with that. I think people should think about it. I believe, and we talked about this through playful ribbing and an aggregation
Playful ribbing by making fun of his Tourette's.
of medical authorities and scientific voices to make an informed and rational decision. So where do you think that I'm wrong on that?
Stephen, do you know that the Spartans are practice man love with children?
Bruh. That was so random. I remember one time, there was I forgot what podcast it was, but they were there was a long pause, and she called him the Fresh Prince of Dead Air. I was like, bruh, it's so fitting.
Oh, geez. Okay, so this is what's going to happen. What did I tell you? He was going to do anything he could to avoid. Oh, there he is. Oh no, Sam Seder. What a fucking nightmare. I had no idea this was going to happen. I thought Ethan was a stand-up guy. This is where we are. Yeah,
So he was instantly mad.
Dave, remember I told you?
And then why did this guy? Okay.
I had no idea this was going to happen. I thought Ethan was a stand-up guy. This is where we are.
Come on. He knew right away to go into frame and start talking for him. Come on.
Yeah, I told Dave, remember I told you? I said, I guarantee you he's going to do anything he can to avoid the debate.
Well, I just think he believes that he should debate you.
No, he doesn't. He just takes advantage of women with, mental health issues.
Steven,
Ethan Klein doesn't stand up and do his own fighting.
And you harass people on the streets and in smoothie places.
By jumping in.
Well, I debated with Charlie Kirk. Stephen, I mean, it's about issues. Let's talk about those issues.
I should watch that Charlie Kirk debate. I haven't seen it. He's another idiot.
That's what you're doing here.
Valid points.
You're so clever. I had no idea that you were taking your show off early last time, coming in today with your pig pen peanuts on.
I wish everything.
You take those
That wasn't even funny.
off with their
They really
velveteen
are.
buttons.
We must have been
Black
very worried
eyes,
about
aren't
this,
they? Like,
Stephen. I don't know why.
no
It would
one's
be-
worried
Oh, come
about
on,
it.
so
Sam.
I didn't want to
Well,
do
let's have the
Sam,
debate.
come
If
on.
no
Just
one's
I'll tell
worried,
you what. I
let's
have a
do this.
general.
This is a great
I don't
opportunity
start a
to-
debate based with people on a lie. And how about you get to a,
sabotaging?
how about you get to
Stephen,
a
show
30th
yourself,
of the
you
audience
coward.
share?
Stephen, show yourself.
30th
Don't show
of the
your.
Okay, I do think Crowder is a coward, but I think Ethan should have played it like a little cooler. He should have been like, "Oh, come on, like, don't hide behind the camera. Let's just talk. It's just a gag. Come on, I'm just messing with you." Like, Crowder definitely should have played it off. He's not going to though, because he's a little bitch. And then Ethan should have been a little bit more tame, I think. But whatever.
Co-host.
Ethan, you should show
Stephen,
yourself.
Ethan, how
Show yourself.
can you respect yourself as a man, brother?
Steven,
so strongly
you are
that you're
such
not
a
willing
coward.
to
Stop
debate.
showing your little
I thought
leprechaun
you would
co-host who
welcome-
comes out dressed like your
Ethan, come on,
sidekick.
Ethan, why do you have to bring on a
Show
guy who has
Steven.
a
Steven,
30th of the
I'm really-
viewership?
why are you-
of
The saddest thing I've ever heard. So you have a
He's pulling the rice gum thing. You have less viewers than me. Irrelevant.
Show
guy with
Steven.
less viewers to come on to debate him because you can't.
Well, obviously,
don't
if
you
I'm
get
a,
some-
Apparently he
if,
had to think
obviously
about it,
I'm a,
bro.
if I'm a layup
Yeah,
and
you
not a
didn't think
debater.
about it.
Well, look,
Yeah,
you're the
I
one.
mean,
You're the one that got
You're
thirsty.
the one that got angry about it.
Got person, bro. You started this.
Steven, don't be
Hold on a
such a
second. All
coward.
right, hold on. So let me hear what Pig Pen has to say here really quick.
Fair enough.
Show
But
Steven.
Ethan, look, I don't. Hold on a second, Ethan. This is because initially
Thank
I came
you.
on here to talk with Ethan. Ethan, come on, man. Look, the same reason that I haven't ever had a conversation with Sam Seder is the same reason that Joe Rogan, Sam Harris, Brett Weinstein, Dave Rubin, Ben Shapiro don't own anything. It's based on a lie, Ethan. Just
What's
like
the
you
lie?
claiming my Ethan.
What's the
you
lie?
claiming my
What's the
booker
lie,
reached
Steven?
out to you, Ethan, when you
Steven,
know that's
what's the
not
lie?
true. There's no
What's
one
the
ducking
lie?
you,
Why
Sam.
are you
I've
so
never
afraid?
Sam,
Yo,
Sam,
listen,
Sam,
I
Sam,
think
Sam,
you're a
Sam.
smart
I
guy.
can call out
I
Mike
don't
Tyson.
understand why
It doesn't mean that I'm
you are
ducking him.
so worried about this.
Why do you
I
feel that?
honestly
Why do you
don't.
feel that anyone, Sam? Why do you feel that anyone owes you airtime when you have a 40th
He'd be ducking you if anything.
of the audience and you've been doing the
I
show
don't think anybody
for 10
owes me
times as longer?
airtime. I think that Ethan has just given it to me. I didn't
Right.
ask him for it, and
Right.
so
No, you've been begging
the
for
real
it for a long
question
time
is,
with everyone
Stephen,
bigger than
why
yourself.
are you so
he found
worried
You
about
can't build an
engaging with me?
audience, and so what
Why
happens is
are
he
He has an audience. Bruh. Yeah. What are his views? Because I can tell you right now, Dave Rubin has way less viewership. I'm pretty sure. We're going to find out right now. Like, his streams aren't the best. Oh, maybe he does have way. So, like, below 100K. I'd say about like 40K is his average. I mean, it's still viewership. It's still most view. Oh wait, does it have a most viewed option? Yeah. Well, his viewership is, but like it. He even said his content's like milk toast. I like seeing him, but yeah, he has a pretty dry show format. But I mean, David Pakman and Michael Brooks, they spun off his show. I really don't know the history of Sam Seder. I like watched some of his videos, but even I gotta admit they're a little kind of boring. And sometimes he has his co-hosts on, which I don't really know who they are, so I'd rather watch Sam. But that's neither here nor there. I think Dave Rubin, Dave Rubin definitely has more. Or maybe not. 23K, 300K, 157K. It sounds, or it looks like whatever. Some topics are hit or miss for Dave Rubin. Because on average, it's like below 100K. And then every now and then, boom, 155. Thought I saw one that was like 300K. 200K right here. I think the direct messages are like what does the best for him. But the streams. Yeah, whatever.
Uploads 15 times more,
do you think
has
your
less than a
audience
50th of the
says-
audience.
Well, that's
Do
why
you
he wants to
think that your
debate you, is so he
audience-
can build his.
Sam,
Do you
Sam,
think
come on.
your audience cares that I only have 1 million subscribers and you have what, 6 or 7 million
I think,
subscribers?
let me answer, can I answer your question? Can I answer your question? Can I answer your question?
Sure.
You want me to answer your question? My audience would say Sam who? Just like Joe Rogan's audience and Ben
Well, now
Shapiro's
they
and
all
Dave
know
Rubin.
who I am.
Now they
You've
all know
just
who you
introduced
are
me.
because you had to
Your
shoehorn
audience
yourself into
watches
another coward
yourself
show.
into
College
another
students,
show.
every day that you do that,
Why are
change
we?
my
Hold on a
mind,
second. Hold on
they
a second.
don't know who those college
This is another
students
lie.
are.
This is another lie.
What possible
Let
difference
me
would it be?
clarify, Sam. Let me clarify, Sam. The Change My Mind, everyone knows on the show, right?
Yes.
We've had
How did
professors
you know
on the.
I ended
This is
my
what-
show
okay, he's not
early
gonna talk.
last week, Stephen? If your audience doesn't
Because
even
you're an
know me,
idiot,
how
and
did you
half of
know
your
that?
staff
Do
doesn't
you
like
watch my
you.
show?
Because I'm a diehard.
Hey, what happened to Jared? Not gay Jared? No? Okay.
fan.
Yes, it's because he's a diehard
Well,
fan.
if you're a
I've heard
diehard
of you,
fan,
but I just
why-
met you.
why not
Congratulations,
have me
Sam Seder's fan.
and Stephen
I'm just
have
a
a
huge
conversation?
fan.
I will
Well,
talk
right now,
about
every
the
time I
issues
try and
that
talk,
you
you're
want to talk
interrupting,
about,
Sam.
Stephen.
Right now, I'm trying to talk with you. You're interrupting,
You
Sam.
bombarded the show.
Okay,
You
go ahead.
bombarded my show under a false pretense. You claimed
Bombarded?
just like you claimed that I ducked a debate with you under a false pretense. Have I ever?
That is what the Politicon people told me. I
Oh, is
played
that what they
the
told you?
audio
Well,
of
so
it.
you're just lazy
Yeah.
with your research?
And if
No,
big tech
what
is
You
research
continue
do
with the
I
lie.
need? They
You
said
need to
you were
research to say,
booked.
did Stephen ever
Dude, he's so mad.
accept?
They said you were
Let me
booked.
explain to you. Let me explain
They
to you.
said
Let me
you were
explain to you. Hey,
booked
hey,
and
whoa,
that
whoa,
you
whoa, whoa,
dropped
Sam,
out and you literally
Sam,
cold
sweetheart.
favorite.
Sam, fake stand-up comic who we can't find any footage about online. Let
I'm
me
not a
finish.
stand-up comic.
Oh, you're not? Okay, that makes sense because everything that I've seen is incredibly unfunny and unentertaining.
Well,
Well, okay. I don't know. Does he? We're gonna look into that. Because I'm pretty sure he doesn't. What am I looking up? I'll look at his bio. Was he? Oh. American comedian, actor, progressive, political commentator, and media host. So he did do comedy? Oh, he's on shows? Who's the Caboose? Next Stop, Wonderland, Happy Accidents, Endsville, Beacon Hill, Fits and Starts. I have no idea what those are. All American Girl, Party of Five. I thought, yeah, he was in Bob's Burgers apparently. Oh, for 32 episodes. It doesn't, like, it says American comedian, but I think Crowder calls himself a comedian. So I don't think it takes much. If anything, it was like a radio personality, and they did some comedy. Because that's pretty much what I was saying, that his whole career was like on radio. Oh, R.I.P. Michael Brooks.
Welcome back to the Michael Brooks Show. Joining us now, the host, the main host of the Majority Report with Sam Seder. Are you doing an impersonation of me now?
What? I'm sorry.
If
For
you
some
were doing
reason
that
when
on purpose.
For some reason when I sat here, I just all of a sudden want to go on Twitter.
Would have to be ruined. Unbelievable. We're inundated. Even in a story about the best Christmas ever, they have to bring up Hanukkah. Why does everything that's good have to be ruined?
Oh my god, who's laughing like that? This guy? That's like a duck.
Political correctness. That's why. 509 area code. Who's this? Where you calling from?
Good afternoon, guys. This is Anthony from San Juan.
Anthony from San Juan.
Anthony from
Welcome to
San
the
Juan.
program. What's happening?
Yeah, okay. According to a recent poll from the Gateway Pundit, 75% of liberals are triggered by the term Chinese virus. And
Is this real?
80% are triggered by seeing people go out in public. And according to a poll conducted recently by myself, 100% of liberals can suck my dick.
Awesome. I love it.
Oh my god, that laugh, dude.
Replace
I love it.
dick.
Oh my god.
Awesome. I love it.
Replace.
Okay. Oh, was he in Sex and the City? What? Oh, he was. He was Lou.
So on today's episode of Sam Could Have Been Somebody, this is actually something that I still get stopped in bars over these next clips. And it's always by women because I actually played Letterman Lou on Season 3, Episode 44 of Sex in the City, Sex in Another City. Yes, it was shot in L.A. I was actually living in New York at the time and coincidentally happened to be out in L.A. So here it is. Of course, we have some of my office mates are pretty excited about this. Right, ladies?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Let's hit play.
Lou asked Miranda to meet him at the Flowing Tree. Surrounded by all these tan, fit, happy people, she knew she would recognize pale, chubby, unhappy Lou immediately.
Miranda?
Oh my God!
Do I look that different?
Well, let's just say it's a good thing you still wear that hat.
Oh, please. If you ever see me in the Lakers hat.
I know. Shoot you.
Exactly.
You look amazing.
Thanks. Want to grab a drink?
Oh, please. Yes, let's go. The sight of all these bleached teeth is blinding.
No, I mean, grab something here. This place is known for its green tea infusions.
Please, infusions? Could LA be any worse? Take off that hat. I'm going to shoot you right now.
Actually, I really like it here.
Hang on. What happened to the guy I used to share beers with and make fun of happy people?
I know. The thing is, I think I'm one of those happy people now.
Wow. I mean, good for you.
I know it sounds crazy, but I think I was just supremely unhappy in New York. I mean, I came out here and I let a lot of that old toxic anger go. I take things slowly, get outside. Ellie agrees with me.
Miranda realized she was the one standing out in that room. She was the only angry New Yorker for miles.
Hey, let's go for a hike. See that? The ladies love Sex in the City. And wait to... Colin, what are you doing? I'm a fan. All right. Well, and now is the... actually, this is... this next scene, I guess the coup de grace, if you will, of my two-scene arc on Sex in the City is extremely... well known. People know me as the guy who, well, I'm not going to say. You're going to have to watch. Ladies?
While I was going native with
Ladies. He's so cringe.
Keith, Miranda and Lou went back to New York, or at least to the New York strip steak.
Oh, this looks great.
Oh my God, do I miss the smell.
So you were saying?
You should really read Zen and the Art of Modern Living. It is so calming.
I'm still trying to get used to bath beats.
I've read Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance. I struggled getting that out. Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance. That's pretty good.
So New York.
Come on, don't you miss it? Just a little.
No, I get to write about it every day.
This is not New York, it's a soundstage. 20-somethings with tiny salaries don't live in huge Soho lofts painted bright colors. It's totally fake.
Well, I think 40 million viewers would disagree with you on that.
He looks different without his glasses. Plus, he was like way younger here, so.
Is something wrong with your steak?
You just spit it out.
It's great.
What are you doing?
I'm tasting my food.
Why aren't you swallowing your food?
Do you think I look this good by eating?
Miranda realized Lou hadn't found inner peace. He'd found an eating disorder.
Are you serious?
Miranda, don't put your toxic shit on me. This is fucking LA, okay? You have no idea what kind of pressure I'm under here.
Who cares what you look like? You're a writer.
For a hit show. Trust me, no one wants to hire a fat story editor.
All Miranda wanted to do was rip that Knicks hat off his head, because no self-respecting New Yorker would ever spit out that good a steak.
Jesus fucking Christ. Now I've lost my appetite.
Oh, wow. Is there anything else he did? He had like a whole list, but I'm trying to find like comedy things. So he like dabbled with comedy. Wouldn't say he's a comedian. But that's like a weird it's a weird thing he brought up.
Explain the audience.
Irony alert, Steven.
How much have you watched of my stuff, Steven, that you think that your audience wouldn't appreciate our discussing things?
Samuel, can I answer your question?
Yes.
So you have gone on, you've done the same thing with other comments. Everyone has a bigger audience than you. Because you said, I want to speak with Steven Crowder. You believe that at some point there was some acceptance? When have I ever done a Politicon? Ever? As a matter of fact,
Dude, that's so like disrespectful. Come on. Like big YouTubers clap with smaller YouTubers all the time. That's why I have respect for Comic Storian. He collabs with like Comic Pop, Cape Joel, a few others too. And those are like, what's he at? He's almost like at 2 million subs. And Comic Pop is at like 50K. So like, you're just being a dick when you do stuff like that. Oh, you don't have enough followers for me. Like, cool, dude, you measure followers by self-worth? Yeah, 2.58. How much does the Comic Pop have? They have a podcast together. Almost 100K. Cool, he's growing. Cape Joel had like, he's at 34 or 30.4. He was at like 12K when they did the weekly poll together, him and Comic Storian. So Crowder, you're a fucking piece of shit, dude.
In the last decade, I haven't done a single political conference. I hosted CPAC for 4 years and stopped because they suck. They don't pay and they're full of losers.
What about
and you've been
Gavin
clamoring
show?
for it, and
Gavin
it's a
told
lie.
me that you dropped out of doing his show because
this is just hearsay and gossip.
But how can he
I've never met more of a woman.
Career when he wants to keep debating?
I don't know.
Talk
It's
about any of
bizarre.
this.
All right,
Let's talk
okay.
about the issue.
So
the
Ethan, do you want to have a conversation, Ethan?
Let's talk
about the
big
vaccine,
tech.
because
Ethan, do you want to have a
Absolutely, I
conversation?
This is where it turns to a shit show. They're all just talking over each other.
Hide.
Absolutely, I do.
Big tech.
So why are you hiding behind Sam Seder?
No, me and Sam are aligned. I'm not hiding. He just,
Well, you're just a liar.
So you're a liar.
Because remember we said, hold on a second.
I mean, it sort of feels like
It's
you guys are the ones who are hiding.
Really?
Hiding?
No. This is actually
Who snuck in on you?
who's the guy who never appears on stage, never does a live show,
But it's a
never
comic.
never even allows a shadow of comedy to be perceived on his program. It's just hiding.
Right.
Everything we do is out in the open. H3.
Steven, you're wearing a holster.
Yeah, we agree.
So what?
Hold on a second. Yeah? So? I want to normalize responsible gun ownership. Is that your debate? No wonder you had to bring in a hack for you.
Well, no, you're talking about comedy.
That's what you had strategy.
That's
Right
not very
for you.
funny.
You have a holster, bro.
Also, your sponsor is Spartan.
As he takes advantage of men.
The holster is lame. It's lame Nathan Drake cosplay. It's always gonna be lame, bro.
Ill women for a
Main
show
sponsor
that
is
just
about
comes
gay
with
boy
all right,
love.
okay.
All of it.
All right, Sam, you got it. You got it. I hope you have
No,
a
come
I
on.
hope
Hey,
you have a
Steven,
wonderful
if I'm
highlight
happy,
reel.
I
Hold on. Hold on. Let me just make one point.
Hope you enjoy Politicon.
Hold on. Let me make one point.
Like he's just not letting him talk. He's just talking over him. Like, come on.
Hey, take it easy.
Steven,
All right,
don't
thanks,
bail.
guys. I appreciate
Don't
it.
bail, you coward.
Hey, Sam, one thing before I go. Can you take off your glasses?
Steven,
Hold
One
on.
thing before I go. Can you take off your glasses?
We just want to see.
I just want to see if you take them off. If you have the Velveteen Rabbit buttons. That's the only
What does that even mean?
thing I'm curious about. It's the only interesting part about it.
Steven,
Or if there's a soul.
Let's
Just
debate.
take off the glasses.
Let's debate, Steven.
Don't hide behind the
Don't
glasses.
be a
Don't say
coward.
let's debate, Ethan. You've lost
coward.
All right.
Debate the
This is
issues.
sad.
What
This
does
is
it matter who you
Shut
debate,
up.
coward?
All right, good. You guys are good. Thank you.
Coward.
Won't even take off the glasses.
I was right.
All right, yeah, you can
run away.
You run away twice. Cold feet again.
Okay, let's see his response. Oh, let's see what these comments say. I'm so excited. Looks like someone's father wasn't around to teach him how to be a man. That fly was a Russian spy. We should circle back to it. Oh, I guess. Everyone who says Crowder lost or that this was an L to him. The point that was Crowder wanted to debate Ethan, no one else. The fact that you guys think he's scared is stupid. The fact that Ethan is weak and had to bring someone to debate for him says it all. Dude, Ethan would have got like dunked on. All it would have done is made Crowder look good. That's what he wanted. That's why he wanted to debate him. He knew it was an easy fucking win. Come on. Do you not know who Ethan Klein is, dude? He messes with people for a fucking living. All right,
In the show.
Wow.
let's see this cope.
Yeah, wonderful. That was called the I Know Something You Don't Know sip.
Oh,
mysterious.
Oh, so glad to be with you. We have a big ass show today. Big ass show. We have Donald Trump Jr. in the show.
Wow.
Son of the president. I know what you're thinking. Hunter was not available because it was the annual Wisconsin Cheese Fest.
yeah. Well,
You never know.
it's a lot to smoke.
Yeah, he
He's
just
a busy
showed up.
man.
It's a brilliant way to just have your drugs hidden in plain sight. Just show up to a Packers game.
Of course.
And we'll be talking about transgenders at the Olympics.
Oh, well, that's
a lot of fun.
That's the thing.
And taking your chats. But first, Gerald A., how are you, sir?
I am angry.
He's gonna go bang on. He's gonna make fun of trans people now because he's all salty.
Really?
Yes.
Well, okay. I won't.
There's stupidity abounds, my friend.
Just make sure that if you're angry, you when you transform, that the pants don't rip.
They never do.
They never do.
Yeah, they're stretchy.
Yeah,
Back
I
they had
planned
stretchy
ahead.
purple jeans, which begs some other questions.
Stop
the
it.
Hulk. What to show you is the unedited master clip of me coming in for a sound check beforehand and the conversation that I had with Ethan. And look, I want you to understand something too. What you're about to see sort of behind the scenes is very genuine, right? I really did wish him the best with his new baby, pregnancy, and his family and his wife. And I really did plan to come on and have this conversation in good faith with Ethan. It really wasn't an act, and you'll see how it is.
You planned on dunking on him and making him look like an idiot. Come on, bro.
With any other debate, and that's what I had hoped would happen here, but I never actually thought it would happen. And I know you're saying, well, it's easy to go back and Monday morning quarterback that, afterward. But all along, I kind of expected Ethan to be sort of, I wanted him to be a good guy. You try and speak people and elevate them to who you want to be, but at a certain point, cowardice is cowardice. And my greatest problem, honestly, here when you're about to watch this is if Sam Seder pops up, who's sort of ancillary. Really, the issue is Ethan's wife, because it's your job to try and beat the cowardice out of your husband. Because you're gonna have a
Why are you going after Hilo? What the fuck?
little boy, right? That's the thing. When you have a son, you have to make sure that they understand what integrity is. And for
Bro, it was a gag. Come on. He's so mad. He's fucking pissed.
me, A man makes an agreement, and a man is good to his word.
Yeah.
This really comes down to an agreement, good to your word. And I know you always have two sides who claim their side wins, but really there's only one side that's based on a lie. And I wish it didn't happen because I really wanted to talk to him about his relationship with Susan Wojcicki and the flip and the support of big tech. Because also keep in mind, too, I had to navigate some murky waters here because the goal was to remove me from medical misinformation and any conversations about COVID. Ethan has talked about that in the past. So now, without further delay, in its full context, a little bit of a surprise, the debate with Ethan Klein. Yeah, because this mic hasn't been adjusted, guys. Hold on, let me adjust this because I have to set it to human height since Dave was doing it. I can see some weird contact thing there. Okay.
You're just seeing yourself right now.
Right. All right, let me check this. Check 1, 2, 3. Good? All right. Okay, you guys are going to call him and sound check him? Yeah. I bet this guy's going to do anything he can to avoid actually debating. Yeah. I think he wants to do anything that he possibly can to avoid.
Yeah, let me know when you want to.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Wait, when you want me to admit him into the room, I'll just do that.
Sure, well, I'll do this. You guys do the sound check. Okay? I don't want to sit there and talk with our producer, Dan, and stuff, but I don't think this guy wants to do this. I wouldn't be surprised if he's probably going to bring someone else on who's his producer, like a fan of that Seder character. Yeah, that'd be my bet, but hey, hopefully he mans up. Okay, you can do your sound check.
Alrighty, here we go.
Yeah, I'm going to sit right here while you guys.
Okay. All right. Hey guys, can you hear us?
Hello.
Hey, how's it going? You hear us well, or?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you just fine.
Perfect.
You?
Yeah, you guys sound good.
Okay, great. Who am I speaking with?
This is producer Tim.
Tim?
Yes.
Hi, Tim. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Are you one of the guys that dresses up in the crowd, or are you not on screen?
I'm running the audio board.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're not the Peter Pan guy or anything like that.
Peter Pan? No. No. Hold on one second. We'll get Steven here momentarily.
Okay. Thank you. Oh.
Did Dave leave food crumbs on this thing? It's like a crescent moon of filth.
Hi, Steven.
Hey, Ethan. How you doing, brother?
Hey, I just want to say on a serious note that I'm glad your wife is okay. I heard you had a little bit of a issue with your wife.
Well, she's pregnant with twins, so
yeah.
It's like well, by the way, congratulations too. I know you guys are in the same process. It's a whole thing. Yeah. They switch and they
turn
breach.
Down a little bit?
Oh, sorry, am I too loud for you?
I just told Dan, our producer, to turn the volume down a little bit. You're good.
I'm going to take out my gum. Yeah, they switch and they breach, and so
they're rolling around.
Yeah. I mean, at first they said C-section, and then they said, we might be able to do a natural birth, but they often do C-section. And then they said, and then they said, no, wait, now the other one's breached, and the boy is just a dick. He just will not stop kicking the other one. It's like I would say it's like a junior suite apartment. He keeps kicking the girl, and so then the girl wakes up. So, yeah.
So how far in is she?
She's due late July, early August.
Oh, wow. That's coming right up.
Yeah, and I've got a big surgery July 1st, so I'm trying to get everything done in a hurry.
Is that your first?
It is. It is. Yeah, we talked about it on the show quite a bit. My wife had a base.
It's just small talk. Everyone does that. From what I can gather, they've never encountered before, in person. So.
Sick operation for but I won't talk about it. She probably won't. But basically, then she woke up with something called GBS. So it wasn't really fertility issues; it was a physical issue. And GBS actually paralyzes you from the waist down. So
that's what she was experiencing?
Yeah, when she came out, just because they put her under anesthesia. And so it's interesting, like, you know, I'm like a pro-vaxxer, generally speaking, but she can't even get a flu shot. It's one of the few conditions because of the GBS. It's like a neurological condition where she has to be careful with any vaccine. So it's just been a weird navigation. But this is your second, right?
Yeah, this is going to be our second. So we've been through it.
Yeah.
But and it's just one. It was supposed to be three, but the one child cannibalized everyone, and he has gained their energies to become the ultimate human being.
I feel like that's what happens with that's what happened with the Olsen twins. I'm convinced that one of them is evil, and
one of them ate the third one.
Yeah, something happened there. Well, it seems like whenever you see them in pictures, there's one who's more disturbing. But
maybe you're right.
But all right, man. Well, I appreciate you coming on and doing this, and doing this. A lot of people don't, so just talking, avoiding kind of the social media pissing contest trauma. Yeah, are you ready to go?
So I just want to make one clarification. So in terms of, we're both going to record it, and then we can use it wherever we want, on your show, on my show, whatever, right?
Yeah.
That's
you
the idea? Okay.
Yeah, and we can send you the file if we want, because we have the master file, everything. So
I think we're good, right, Dan? We're recording it on our end.
Okay. Yeah, we've never used Zoom either. We did you ever get sold on that Skype TX box? Remember when that came out?
Oh no, I've always had such a pain with Skype that Zoom has always been really good. So
well, the Skype TX box is like from New Tech, I think, and they sold us on that. They said this is what Jimmy Kimmel uses and all these people. And
Skype?
Well,
Really?
Skype TX. It's like a box. It's almost like, remember the Comrex boxes? No, it sucks. So what we've had to do is we just have Mac Minis set up, and Skype has played well with those, but not the exclusively designed Skype TX box that we paid whatever premium for.
Yeah,
so.
Skype. I don't.
It's just like two business owners talking. This isn't really proving much. Like, they both don't like each other. I talk with people I don't like all the time, so.
Trust Skype. Skype has always sucked.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll just.
and then okay. So we're gonna record it, and then the topics are just like we said about authority with the vaccine, and there was something else you mentioned. I don't know how.
Well, I just thought, however you want to do it. I thought that since that was kind of the subject that got us into a tiff, that we could talk about sort of the CDC, sort of medical authorities, and you can tell me where you disagree with me, and then also kind of big tech, because that ties in, with the CDC, World Health Organization. And I'll just sort of I'll introduce it to my I have a little bit of a different audience, so let them know.
I always hate it when people are like, I'm glad we can have a conversation, even though we have like differing ideas. Like, bro, shut up. That's so like condescending. I fucking hate it when people say that.
Who you are, what's going on, and if you want to do the same, that's fine. But
yeah, of course, we'll let them know.
All right,
okay,
I'll go. And
all right,
I'll give you a countdown, and then I'll 3, 2. Rabbit buttons. That's the only thing I'm curious about. It's the only interesting part about it.
Or if there's a soul.
Just take off the glasses.
Let's debate.
Don't hide behind the glasses, Sam.
Don't say let's debate, Ethan. You've lost that up.
All right, this is sad. This is why we don't.
Ethan, shut up.
All right, good. You guys are good. Thank you. Appreciate it. Won't even take off the glasses. All right, yeah, you can give it the X. This is. I knew it. The guy just thought.
Was that all right?
The guy thought that, no, we're still going. The guy thought that we had no. I mean, we have the master. Quarterback, can you put on your microphone?
Yeah. Is he still on?
We have the No, I cut him off. We have the master file. We knew.
Yeah.
And this is exactly what happens. Like someone like a Sam Seder who just.
He didn't even wait.
He never lets you speak.
I like how he goes, your little leprechaun, go.
You never let him speak. Have you ever seen? Oh my God. Watch any change your mind video. He's always like in their face, and he never lets them like finish their thought. He never lets them diverge.
That was because he's still
from the topic, of course.
So mad that I said he looked like a transgender Wayne and that's just been.
No one even heard that. I didn't even know he said that.
Eating at him for the last month.
Well, and this is the thing too. is we don't do debates based on a lie. Like, I can call out Mike Tyson, I can call out Evander. It doesn't mean anything, right?
Yeah.
And so when someone says, hey, you said you would do this, and you just admitted that, of course, there's no proof for that. Well, I heard this from so-and-so. Yeah, but there's no evidence. We can bring up here the direct messages with, I hate to do this, but with Ethan, it was, hey, we'll talk, you and I, man to man, no one else will come.
Anyone who enters. Yeah, those are good topics. Could we do one debate on our show, one on yours? Yeah, your producer, though, he can email my guy Dan. He's my producer. They can work out the times, and I see. Steven was the one who said, no tricks, no zags, just you and me. I'll make sure none of my buddies are in the studio to be of any kind of distraction, and we can talk about the disagreement I fundamentally have had initially on trusting authority sources, blah, blah, blah.
Matter of fact, I was going to say, if I have my phone, I can take a picture right here. There's no prompter. It's just him on a call.
This isn't damning. Okay.
And he's terrified.
Darren here, lad from Crowder. I understand you guys have been corresponding on Twitter about connecting for a debate. We are thinking next Monday, 6/14 at 11 a.m. Central Pacific. I would ask that you stick to the details that Ethan agreed to in the Twitter DM with Steven. We never play gotcha with these things. I would expect the same. Please just shoot me your Skype handle. Excellent. We will speak then.
I don't know how someone like that can live their life as a man.
Well,
oh my god, bro. It was just a gag. He's so mad about it. Bro, he made his living fucking dunking on guys like Prank Invasion and stuff. Would you expect anything less?
Just also talked very cordially to you about family.
Oh, yeah.
But what I really hate about that is then he immediately pulled it, which shows no character, no class, a complete manipulation.
Well, but here's the thing. He has a show that's dwindling. No one cares about it. But so then he wants the drama.
You were complimenting him earlier.
And I actually want to have a conversation, but I'm not going to have a conversation. Here's my cut.
You wanted to dunk on him and make him look like an idiot. Come on, dude. Be honest.
A general serious rule?
Yeah.
1/20th of the audience. Otherwise, I have no time in the day, and I'm debating every Twitter egg.
Well, right. But here's my...
Dude, you had the quartering on it, and he wasn't even at 1 million yet, like, last year. That's so dumb.
The point of how you win something very, very easily. Your whole point is you're talking about a that you have questions about.
Right.
He claims that something you don't even have to think about. That's a bold statement to make. So when you go to challenge him on that, his side has to explain why he feels that way. So he sneaks in another guy because he doesn't feel
that way. You have a holster, bro.
He's bought and paid for.
You have a holster, bro.
That was his argument.
Let me show you how to use it.
You don't have to think about it, dude.
And he's here's the thing. I was really curious too, and then we'll go back to the show, I guess. I was really curious from someone like H3H3, who, well, you know, Quarter Black, you used to watch him, made his bones. I mean, he has $15 million worth of real estate in Los Angeles. He made it all with anti-social justice warrior content, you know, triggering feminists, snowflakes.
It wasn't even like that. It was just, yes, it was, but he wasn't like a fucking conservative.
And
he was just making fun of dumb people with progressive ideas.
Not only that, but he was more aggressive than me. If you go back and watch, he talked about
not even, bro. Not even.
How he was demonetized.
Yeah, he was pretty aggressive.
He used the word like 50 times. And with context just said, I just love saying the word.
Yeah. Because he had fucking, what was his name? iDubbbz. Everyone's pretending like, oh, he said that. But dude, everyone was defending Ricegum or iDubbbz using that word. So everyone was back in the day. It's so dumb.
Which, you know, it's not really couched in a joke. No. It's just him saying it.
Can you get millions of dollars for that?
But what he said, and I remember him back in the day, and I didn't really like his content, but I remember I supported him where he said, hey, YouTube should actually find a way to monetize my content that's edgier and older, because networks would be lining out the door for older male content. So he was actually more aggressive in fighting the corporate censorship than me. And then one meeting with Susan Wojcicki, and he brags on his show about how he has the YouTube VP on text, on speed dial. And all of a sudden he's saying, all lives matter.
Bro, it was a joke. What?
Yeah. Is something that people shouldn't be allowed to say. That our attack on him is bordering on medical misinformation. That people should be deplatformed. I don't understand. People
Dude, okay, now he's just building his own narrative about this.
Change their mind. I'm really curious, though, when you see someone who makes their entire living, who builds up their brand and their empire on anti-wokeness, on anti-corporate censorship, who then does a 180 and supports it at every turn. And I thought we would have had a good opportunity to discuss that, specifically Ethan and myself, not Sam Seder, because Ethan was the one who said we should go with the CDC and World Health Organization. Yeah.
He was the one that had the arguments.
Those are the big tech. Those are the big tech guidelines.
Ethan didn't debate you for 8 seconds.
No, he was immediately
to this.
Quick.
To Sam Seder.
Whatever. All right.
Well, I gotta be honest. I had never heard of till now. Not that it matters if you've heard of anybody. But the only thing I've ever heard of...
I heard of him because of the fact that he started, trolls with a lie that
I thought he was Seth Simmons, that guy who who makes bird calls and said Norm Macdonald wasn't. I swear to God, that's who I thought it was.
The Goodyear guy?
Yeah, the guy he got my friend Shane kicked off of SNL.
Oh,
yeah, that guy. Yeah. That's who I thought it was. I mean, granted, it's kind of him, but it's a different person. I think it's
honestly, I feel like it is kind of sad.
Yeah.
It is kind of sad.
Well, here's an idea. Maybe just take the joke that we turned it into a soundbite. Yeah. Stop being so pissed off.
Well, I think there are going to be quite a few more sound bites of Ethan on the soundboard. So
yeah, maybe so.
Let's continue on with the kind of show that someone like H3 would never be capable of doing. Not only just that, remember, we provide references for you. So,
dude, he's not a fucking political show. Stop.
On with the show. And now we're back to live. It's like a time lapse.
Oh my gosh!
So there you go. I think Gerald, that was your first time.
That was watching it. I had to do the
Let's hear this guy's fucking take on this. He's gonna suck off Crowder.
Unenviable task of watching their version of events yesterday, and I don't know if they did any screwing around with audio or anything, but when I watched it, I couldn't hear you guys very well. When I watched this one, I could hear you.
What are you talking about? No, Crowder was the loudest one.
There was
definitely screwing around with audio.
Yeah,
well, maybe because they were in their studio, so
maybe there's a number of different.
Well, I could never see him or really hear him aside from that.
That's true.
That was not obvious, right? So the whole time I was thinking that you could see.
You got a gun holster, bro.
You could see him, and what they were basically doing.
Got hair, bro.
Switching behind the scenes so that they could put Ethan back on,
right,
and make it look like they were going back and forth. So just to be clear, everybody out there, Ethan was on there for what you saw, and then it was Sam Seder for what, a little bit of time before you even acknowledged his presence.
Well, there was a lag, there was delay, and all this stuff. So look, this is why, and you guys can comment below. This is the issue. Is just I just don't want to have a debate based on a lie. You know what I mean? Like going on and saying, oh, his booker reached out to us as H3. No, or oh, Stephen did the political. No, it's I've never wanted to do those things, and this whole thing, I think Sam Seder, they were just saying we had this scheduled. No, it was me and Ethan, and Ethan just, the biggest cell phone, honestly, is that Ethan just been, I'm an idiot, bro. I can't debate. It's but you reached out to me to debate.
Yeah, bro, don't.
Your whole
you gave him the invitation. What?
whole thing was a lie. I mean, for you to take that Sam part would be basically somebody going up and interviewing the streaker at a soccer match who's just please, somebody look at me.
Attention,
I want attention. Yeah. Right? That's exactly what it was. But he made a point. He said, hey, I've got 1 million subscribers. I mean, what does that mean? Well, and I did some research, and I was like, okay, well, 1 million's, 1 million more than I have. So fine, we'll take a look at it. It's not what we do, but fine. He has 3% of the viewership with 17 times the amount of uploads. So just to give you perspective, 3% of the viewership. So it's not like he's got 1 million people watching his videos. By the time we have this one come out tomorrow, maybe 1 million, 1.5 million views.
And that's not the only thing. I want to be clear. I know I've debated people who are professors, people who are experts, or it's got to be an audience that's somewhat comparable. Otherwise, every single Tom, Dick, and Harry and Twitter egg would be taken. I think a general rule is, and I'm thinking of being generous, like I said, a 20th.
There you go.
Of the audience, just because, look, I have a wife with twins. There's not so much time in the day.
Yeah, exactly. But it does take time.
Everybody wants a...
You do. Change your mind. How much does that take? Those people have no audiences.
Shot at the champ.
Well, yeah, and I certainly wouldn't say champ, but it doesn't even really require, a journeyman.
Well, you do
like Ethan.
Well,
and the saddest part about this is that is it just me or did Ethan just he's like, you said I was a layup? Yeah, let me prove it.
Yeah, let me confirm now.
Exactly. And the only thing that they have is like, oh, you didn't expect that I was going to bring on someone else. Okay.
Well,
that's exactly what I expected. Only because the only thing that can be expected of someone and this happens with a lot of people on the left, is just cowardice.
Oh my God. Now he's going to bring it back to everyone on the left.
It's just lies. We've had this happen in the past with debates where people set a time and then don't show up, and then and that's just why we don't do it all that much. I'd like to do them live. Like I said, I would love to have someone like Noam Chomsky on the show.
Yeah.
I would have back in the day someone like a Hitchens, people who are actually going to sit down and have conversations and who are experts.
Right, because debates like this other guy wants to do are basically just interrupting you and who has the best one-liner in the moment. That's not how you put your viewpoints out there. That's how you try to score points and try to get viewers. By the way, I love that.
That's what he does for Change My Mind.
The entire time that they were talking about this, they're like, oh yeah, he's just it's just clickbait. He's just throwing stuff out for clickbait. Sam, your entire gig is clickbait.
That's your gig,
challenging people that have audiences.
Have you not seen your own fucking titles? Dude.
Multiple times higher than yours. Now that we looked at the 3% viewership rate you have, it's even worse. And nobody is taking. You're like the girl that just stalks a guy. Nobody wants to date that person.
No. That's not fair. It's like a girl who stalks 10 guys.
Yeah.
That's like rogue.
That's true. It's not exclusive.
Sam Seder, I understand. I understand what he's trying to do.
Yeah, but he's got it. When he gets caught on it, he has to.
But I can't blame him. He's sort of chosen his path, and this is what he does.
Right.
I was really hoping for better from Ethan. You know this, that anytime I've had someone on the show who I disagree with, I let them know beforehand, hey, just so you know, I disagree with you, because I've had journalists in the past, whether it's New York Times write-up or Bloomberg, saying no, it's unbiased. Look, be left, be right, just don't lie to me.
Right.
You can't find a single person on the left who we listed among the debates who said oh, I didn't know.
Right.
I had no idea what I was walking into.
Well, you were so nice to Ethan, and you kind of set it up like, hey, man, look, I disagree with you on these things. By the way, I took some offense. You've got a recovering alcoholic over here who basically gets accused,
that's true.
Accused of being the drunk on the show.
Yeah, he said your co-host sounds like a drunk when his co-host sounds like Helen Keller learning water. But you're right, I'm the one that's been...
What?
Yeah, like a ventriloquist when they drink the cup of water.
Yeah, by the way, and the Peter Pan guy, come on, I did that once, man.
Yeah. Well, it was part of...
I have more costumes.
It's what happens when you put effort into a show.
I know, I was also the Mona Lisa.
That the Frenemies cosplay is 10 times better than Crowder's.
Ethan? Okay,
come on.
That's what's most offensive in all of this.
I've been the Academy Award trophy, right? I've been an Oscar.
I don't know if I'd want to watch his show or rather watch 2 hours of the San Francisco gay chorus.
I'd rather
watch San Francisco gay chorus would be straighter.
It's a toss-up.
I'd rather watch 2 hours of my mom's funeral.
I'd rather pay for front row Nickelback seats. And again, it would be more straight.
Yeah. Oh, far more.
And you think, same thing too. He said, what did he say to Dave? It wasn't really. Was it your leprechaun?
I'm a leprechaun.
Unfunny
yeah, that really hurts coming from a guy who looks like he got too fat for his rollerblades.
He wears a gun holster.
He wears a gun holster, That
bro.
guy has a face Christopher Reeve would punch.
Oh, no.
Seriously, he's got the nerve to talk about me. He looks like an aging toddler. Have you noticed that?
Bro, look at your fucking man titties.
Like, the only, like, I saw this smug face of his, too, where it's like, it looked like a mugshot of a guy who got arrested with a sweatpants boner outside of Gimli.
It's like, that was me.
It's this. It's just amazing though. It's these moments though where they go after like Candace Owens, Ben Shapiro, yourself,
right?
And they do
all people who suck.
Essentially nothing, and then they jump on top of it, saying they had these Dunkin' moments where the only thing he's Dunkin' is donuts. And I know that was too easy, but you're a fat piece of shit. So I just want to point out that what he did yesterday, though, was pathetic. I sat here and watched it.
Right.
All he had to do was stand on his own 2 feet and admit what and stand by what he said.
Yeah.
And instead, he snuck a guy on like he had a can of peanuts with the worm and with the snake inside. He's like, gotcha. And you're like, no, we know it's in there, you moron.
Right.
Oh, it's a hack.
It's like, hey, take this stick of gum. I don't really chew gum. Don't you want the gum?
Come on.
No, I don't want to. Don't you? He's adjusting the trap. Here's some gum for you, bro.
And isn't he worth like millions of dollars?
He has like a well, and that's
why does he dress like a ghetto ant going to Vegas?
Fanny pack and all.
I guess.
I'm going to win this time.
I guess the pre-show roundup of taking the high road.
I'm not taking the high road.
No. Well, Dave is going to be Dave.
He looks like they.
He's still going.
He looks like they fished Andy Dufresne out of the river of shit. So
After a couple of weeks.
Oh, what a mess. And I've been sober for over 10 years.
Thank you.
Yeah.
For asking.
Yeah, which is fine. I mean, you can think that I drink. I wish I drank because I really liked it at the time. I just couldn't.
It might soften the edge and having to watch this stuff.
It really would help me get through anything he says. But keep wearing. What is the T? What's his hat? TF? What's the T for?
What is that?
Is it total?
Total failure? I really don't know.
Failure. Total banned on YouTube.
Total banned on YouTube. Okay. Yeah, we don't want to go to.
No. And that's
but good for him for being a massive pussy and then
and
running around YouTube and then running around Twitter telling everybody that he won during a victory lap. Good for you.
Yeah, I don't. That's also the thing that is worrisome is we do have to go on. We have Donald Trump Jr. on the president's, and again not Hunter Biden. There was a difference.
Just a different.
You can make it at home, along with yogurt. He had Ethan had also, like we said, we didn't really know until afterwards. Obviously, like the sound was manipulated. That, they were doing some switching.
How it sounded fine.
But something else that I did know going in was that he did say that our segment on his comments on the CDC was bordering on medical misinformation.
Right.
And so this also was really hard. It's not really even footing when you have someone like Ethan who supports the banning of people, the deplatforming, the censorship, which he was vehemently against for a very long time. It's like, look, I can't even correct the record with what my opinions are because we know that those are impermissible, and he supports that. And that's always weird to me. Like, everyone changes their mind, but when you change your raison d'etre, where you make your money and your bones with anti-social justice warrior stuff, and then you switch, and that's, same thing. He has significantly fewer views than we do or overall on this show, but like you're talking about the revenue, well, we're demonetized. We're pretty open about that. And he has like $15 million worth of home, which is good for him. Yeah. But the issue there is, because he's had Susan Wojcicki, just so people out there know what this is, just like the Vox, it wasn't about Vox, it was about NBC. Yeah. And he's...
Did you say one of them was on speed dial, like the vice president was on
he's bragged. He has bragged in the past, and he just...
I'm pretty sure it was just jokes, dude. Or someone who's a comedian, you sure don't know when someone's joking, huh?
Had this drama too with this girl who has, and I don't say this to insult her, a girl named Trish Paytas who has like mental health disorders. Yeah. Self-declared like bipolar and schizophrenic, and this guy Ethan hired her to exploit her, and he's talked about with her on air how he has the YouTube VP on speed dial and how he has the ability to get people banned.
She's marrying into the family.
My God. So that's always what it is. It's always difficult when it's like it's based in a lie. People are trying to get you to say something that gets you banned. And we want to have an actual conversation about these ideas. I would love to talk about the CDC. I would love to talk about the emergency CDC meeting with myocarditis, myocardia, whatever it is now with the vaccine. I would love to talk about how they were wrong about asymptomatic carriers, about children being carriers, about it not being a lab leak, about masks after vaccination. I'd love to have these conversations. You just never get to.
No, you can't.
And that's the reason for it. Change my mind, because you get to have those conversations.
Yeah, with you all having all the talking points and the other person not prepared at all.
As opposed to scoring points.
Well, with that, I think people should realize there was no constructive angle or any sort of a conversation in what happened yesterday. Right. That's why the call was pulled off. It was nothing, and there was no reason to stay.
It was a gotcha.
Yeah,
got you.
We're not talking about the CDC. We're not talking about big tech. We're talking
about
what
we wanted to discuss.
Yeah.
You get people deplatformed.
Right, which is always it's always weird to me.
Yeah.
Except it's not weird when you understand that it's like, I want to get mine and then remove everybody else. Yeah. Hey, a girl tested positive for a pork burrito.
How cowardly is it to accept an honest debate challenge and bring in a grifter with 1/6 of your following to debate you? Oh, was this? Oh, this was directed towards Ethan. I'm dumb. I thought it was directed towards Crowder. Looked like someone's father wasn't around to teach them how to be a man. Bro, he's like seething. What's our boy?
Average, candid aligner.
What's our boy TheQuartering have to say about this?
Think about it.
I think we have the screenshots here, right? Yeah, we have the screenshots where he reached out to me and said that he wanted to do a debate, just him and I. Yeah. I said, okay. He said, what will it be? Okay. Well, Seder character. Oh no, Sam Seder. Oh my God, we nailed him.
He was watching his show, so.
You're very welcome, and I just...
Look, everyone who did this, everyone thinks they won. This whole situation's dumb. Let's put it that way.
I want to say, I know you called me, you said that I would be a layup.
This whole situation's dumb. They could have played it off way differently. Like, Crowder could have just like stayed, been like, ah, you got me. Let's actually talk. And Ethan could have been like, oh, well. Ethan could have at least like attempted to debate him, or at least like tried talking to him. Or he could have been like, all right, Sam, like, you're good. I got this. I don't know.
I think I used something like that.
And I think you're right.
Crowder had the opportunity to debate this with somebody who is serious about it and wanted to debate with him.
I had no idea this was going to happen.
On the scale of disappointing encounters, I suppose it would depend where your allegiances lied. If you're a Ethan Klein fan, you think it was an epic troll and he totally pwned, cope, and seethe rightoids. If you're a fan of...
God, he's so fucking lame.
Steven Crowder, you probably are questioning just how Ethan Klein can call Steven Crowder a coward after lying to his face, asking him to debate one-on-one, agreeing to no shenanigans, and then doing just that. The only winner here, obviously, is Sam Seder, gaining about 30,000 subscribers overnight on what appears to be a mostly dead YouTube channel. If you're a fan of good debate, you didn't get any of that. You got mostly personal pot shots from both parties and a breach of a gentleman's agreement from Ethan Klein, something I'm surprised anyone thought he would follow through with. If you send your email, I can have Darren reach. I have no problem with the existence of these on a channel with 1 million subs. I mean, that's like unfathomable. That's like Young Turks numbers. Maybe this is just a dumping ground and he's got a popular podcast or something like that. I don't know. I don't want to say anything personally about Sam. But Ethan, now that the DMs are out there.
There's already articles.
It's not like the gauntlet was thrown down and Ethan accepted. No, Ethan reached out and then went through emails. That's smug. He thinks he won, but nobody outside of Ethan's camp thinks he won. And nobody inside of Steven's camp thinks he lost. That's why these things are generally pointless. Do I think Steven could have handled it better? Probably. But also, do I think that Steven Crowder or that Sam Seder is entitled to Steven's time? No. Do I think that Ethan is entitled to the benefit of the doubt anymore going forward? Absolutely not. At the end of the day, Ethan Klein is who we thought he was, a slimy coward on the downward, desperate for anything, any level of drama to continue his channel, which is thriving, by the way. So it's obviously working for him. I guess.
He's gone the downward, but he's still thriving. Okay. Well, that happened. Yeah, I think they're done with each other. Hopefully. So yeah. Well, that was fun. Okay. Alright, tired. Okay. Thanks for watching.